Hello, my lovely family. This is Robin Aisha Lansong, and today I want to tell a story about connection and how we need other people to help us in our healing process. And so, even with all my 25 years of training in trauma resolution, 23 years experience as a craniopsychotherapist, I've helped over 16,000 people. I still need help in my trauma resolution. And I'm past having post-traumatic stress, and I have a lot of freedom, but there's still little places where things still come up and I need support. So I'm going to tell a story about that to really bring home that we are tribal people. We need other people's help, and that thinking that we can just make it on our own is trauma response. And it's a collective cultural trauma response to think I can just be independent. So what we're going for is interdependence. So this is a story about Mavis and this profoundly amazing woman who's contributed globally to helping people get their needs for safety met. So this story happens, I was actually co-leading a retreat, and I had done my day of contributing singing medicine in the retreat, and it was the second day, and Luis Mojica was contributing his part to leading the retreat. And so he did this really lovely practice where he had people come into the center of the group and ask for what they needed, and everything from being held and affirmed and told something that they needed to hear that they didn't get to hear in their childhood. So it came my turn, and I thought, what do I need that I can't work on by myself, that isn't just going to get solved with meditation? And so I thought, well, I have a little bit of a problem in my proprioceptive part of my nervous system. And so that's the part of our nervous system that tells us where we are in space and what's our body doing when we can't see our body. So for those who don't know my story, when I was 8 years old, I was abducted, taken to the Rhodesian War in 1977. And part of that experience was both being held and supported and helped, but I was also shot by a soldier. So the bullet grazed the top of my head, and it blew me off my feet. And I slammed hard into the ground. And that left me with some nervous system injury. And so what I wanted to do is, when I went up to the group, is ask to be caught. So, because when I was shot and I fell back and I hit the ground hard, it left me with a little bit of partial paralysis in one of my legs. And so sometimes my leg will just kind of give out, and almost like it's reenacting falling. So what I asked for was, I told people, I'm going to reenact getting blown off my feet, and I want you to catch me, and I want you to support me. Because again, part of trauma is that we have to go through the overwhelming experience alone without support. So I was asking for support. So I kind of gave them a 1, 2, 3 count, and I'd pick some people who were physically strong and had good presence, and I picked Mavis, whose presence was strong. And so in 1, 2, 3, I reenacted being shot. I fell backwards, and they caught me. And their hands just gently lifted me back up to standing, which of course is totally different than what I experienced when I was 8. And so my nervous system got a new experience of being kind of resurrected, stood back up so gently, so lovingly. And that was new information in my body, in my nervous system. And that really helped the proprioception in my body. And my leg stopped giving out in that same way. So I share this about Mavis because I'll be always grateful for her support in my healing process. And she has made a Confluence of the Heart summit online. And she interviewed me, and she has brought together all kinds of people who are contributing worldwide to helping people get their needs met. So if you need a boost to your healing process, if you need some upliftment of people doing good in the world, I really recommend you join this summit online. And so I'll put the information in the chat and in the comments, and so you can connect to Mavis and the people that she's gathered together for this summit. So I will finish by singing to you and reminding your nervous system it is okay that you're vulnerable. It is okay to need help from others. And that is called interdependence. Shoyaho I am. Ye-ho. Ye-am hum. Ay ho. He. Blessings to your nervous system. Blessings to your ability to ask for help and receive it. Namaste.